Well, all right, welcome back to Hottor's Chronicles, where we go on this journey called Life Together. And today we're experiencing ammunition storage. What are we going to do with it? And particularly, we're going to be talking about storing it in a metal box. And now you've seen these on movies and things of that nature. So how to carry it, what to do with it, all that other wonderful stuff, because ammunition is not cheap. So we don't want them just to be lost, misplaced, somebody getting access to them without our proper permission and knowing how to use it. But also we want to make sure that we have it for safety for others as well as safety for the rounds themselves. Because if you leave it in the box, a lot of times if any moisture or any water gets to this box, it starts to deteriorate because it's simply cardboard. And anything like that getting on your round, and if you load it in there with dust and things of that nature, it may actually cause some type of misfire. So we don't want that, because when we want to use the tool, we need the tool, we want it to work properly. So that's very, very important. So storing it in a metal box like so is going to really help protect the actual bullet itself, but also keeping kids who not supposed to get it away from it. Because, want these things to go and playing with it and get in their mouths and things of that nature. So we want to make sure we keep it safe. Now, some of these have locks on it. Mine doesn't, but you have the ability to put locks on it. So with all of those different features, you can check it out. Now, I got this particular metal can from Walmart for about $13. Again, I don't get any promotions or any payments or anything like that. I'm just sharing an experience with you, but you can get them anywhere. Amazon, Harbor Freight, almost any location that sells guns will have some type of storage for the ammunition now. Now, the other thing that's really, really good about it is as you're transporting your rounds, you want to make sure that you have a place where you can carry a whole bunch of them all at once. Not have to worry about them sliding. Just imagine picking up all of this and trying to keep up with it and then having to keep up. See, already a problem, right? So you don't want to do that. So you want to have something to where you can put them all in one location without a problem and just keep it moving, okay? Again, we want to make sure we don't have them losing any of these rounds, because again, rounds aren't cheap. But before we go dealing with too much into the protection and why to have it, well, let's go ahead and look at the outside of this particular metal can. Now, this is a metal can. You can get it from anywhere, like I said, but they come in plastic, and they have different features for them as well. So as you can see on the outside here, quickly able to grab it. And I like it because it lays flat, so that if it lays flat, you can make them stackable, okay? They can stack right on and see, real good. So you can stack them up, case on top. Some of them come with cases on the side, where they can actually have where you can pick them up 4 at a time. So that's just to make it easier as well. So that's one of the reasons why this laying flat is a great feature here, the handle laying flat. So, okay, the rest of it, a metal can, and it fits perfectly. As you can see, this groove allows it to fit perfectly right on top of the next can. Okay. Another thing is you see the back, nice hinges here, but why get this one in particular? Let me show you. The front opening here, so you can actually grab it this way as well. But the other thing is that you can go ahead and open it with ease. See how you open it up? And this creates a nice, see how that does? It creates a nice sealed closure here, not allowing moisture and air to get into it. And that's what you want to make sure, because these things a lot of times may want to keep dust and water away from it. And as you can see right here, see the seal? That seal is really important. I want you to see the seal. Make sure you get a good view of it. Here's that seal that I was talking about. Now, this seal allows it to be airtight and watertight. Really, really beneficial. So that way you can keep water and things out of the round. We don't want water and damage and all of that good stuff to make it happen and get in here and mess up your round, okay? So that's what it is. So this is a metal can, as you can see. Fairly deep metal can hold tons of calibers. So shotgun, 9mm, whatever, it can hold whatever you want, right? So we want to make sure we have that. So that's the outside, and as you can see, the inside of how it works. Okay, so let's go ahead and deal with using it. Let's load the ammo. Now, it depends on you. Some people load it with the box still in it, right? With everything with the box in it, right? That could be done. It's on your choice. It's all your choice. Your preference. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. Some people like it like this, so you can know exactly what you have okay? Some people do it that way. But then there's another way of doing it that I have chosen to do it, and it's just my own personal preference. There's no right or wrong way. So as you can see here, you go ahead. I want you to see it here. You can go ahead, put it here, get it underneath that here, and it will lock tight. See? Locks right on in, and it's ready to go. Now, what's important about this, though, I want to show you this other side as well. Notice how I labeled mine, because you want to make sure that you don't have 9mm, 50 cal, 40 cal, 10 millimeter, whatever, 380. You don't want to have those all mixed in, because when you grab what you want to make sure you grab what you want so you can quickly load it in a magazine and keep moving and get to what you need to do, versus, oh, I got to look and see which one is this, which one is that. And then you're loading in and have a malfunction into your weapon there. So you want to make sure you label it, which is very key. Now, so you can see here, I labeled it there on the side as well. Now you can hear mine rattling in there. Now this is heavy. You're talking about roughly 1,000 rounds in this particular one here. It is heavy. Now this one is lighter because it's a different grain here. Okay, so I want to, we'll talk about that in greater detail later. But as you can see here, this is a lighter grain here of 9mm. This is a 9mm. And see, so it's ready to open. And this is a 9mm. But I want you to see the difference. Now, I know this is not what we said we're going to talk about totally, but definitely wanted to show you the difference here. All right? Believe it or not, though they're the same caliber, basically the same size, this is heavier than this round here. We'll talk about that in another video. But the point that I want to make sure we're focusing on now is just how it's stored in here. See, I just stored mine this way. Now, this is a heavy box because this is heavier. This is 1,000 rounds. And what I try to do is I'm not going to keep more than 1,000 rounds in it, because you also got to be thinking about, how am I going to lug this around? When I'm ready to grab, am I going to be struggling to get it out and take it where I need to take it? Or is it going to be easy for me to take it and go and do what I need to do? So that's very important. But again, you can see it still has the same type of seal. Everything else is the exact same. I got both of them at Walmart, so that's not an issue. But again, this is all one type of round, 9mm here. And I'm going to have another one for this 9mm, and then I have another one for shotgun shells, and so on and so forth. So again, you can know what you want and need. And 410 shells, so you have it, be able to pick it up, know exactly what you need, boom, and keep going. So it's very, very important that we do that. So make sure you're separating it, make sure you're organizing it, and also, as you can see, make sure you're labeling it, okay? And it's locked and ready to go. Now, again, this is heavy, so this is really heavy. But as you can see, yes, it's in there, but it's safe. It's not going to get water in it. It's not going to have any air in it. Not going to get dusty, and all of that won't be damaged. So it's very, very important here that we do that, okay? Now, what do we do with the can now that we have it here? We still do not want it just sitting in direct sunlight, direct heat, because that right there could possibly cause another problem. This can is hot. Inside gets hot. So we want to put it in a dry, cool area so that, hey, when you need it, you can go get it. But at the same time, this is for my backup. This is not what I'm taking to use at the range. This is not what I'm taking. This is just for my extra. So, hey, I order some for the range. So I will order these. I use these for the range right now. And then when I want to get another case, my goal is to get a case. A case is about 1,000 rounds for each caliber, and have at least that. You can have more, of course, but at least that in these cases, safe, secure, and ready for whenever, if I ever need them, okay? Again, I believe in it's better have and not need than need and not have. Well, if you like what you see, like what you found out today, please like the channel, subscribe, like the video, subscribe, and share it. And drop a comment on what is your way of storing your rounds and transporting them and things of that nature. So we can, hey, grow together, and then let me know your thoughts, okay?